Mama.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Ninja Mommy. So this week on Ninja Mommy, I'll be giving you 10 tips for new dads. So let's dive right in. Tip number 1. Skin-to-skin contact. I emphasized it in my last video for 10 tips for new moms. The skin-to-skin contact is really important for both parents, for mom and dad. So dads out there, it's very simple to do. All you have to do is take your shirt off, get the baby in the diaper, and just put the baby on your chest so the baby can also hear your heartbeat. There are so many benefits to skin-to-skin contact. It helps regulate baby's temperature. It helps increase baby's blood sugar, and the most important one, it helps you, dad, build a special connection with your baby. The baby's close to you and listening to your heartbeat. The baby gets intense amount of comfort, and both moms and dads can participate in this. The more you do it, the better it is for the baby. Tip number 2. Talk to the baby. So my husband was really awkward with Samara in the beginning. He would just hold her and he would be like, what do you want me to do? Like, he didn't know. He didn't have a clue what to do with the baby. So I would always like talk to the baby. I would sing to the baby and I would tell him like, just discuss with her like some of the things that you're doing. Like talk to her like, oh look Samara, I'm holding you. You're in my lap. And he would find that so awkward. He would be like, I can't do this. This is so weird. He wanted the baby to be at that stage where he could just like throw the baby up and, you know, play and, you know, rough house with the baby. But in the beginning, you can't really do all that. So I'm like, you know, just discuss with her, talk with her, talk to her about your day, how your day went, what you're eating, stuff like that. My husband had a really hard time doing that. But to dads out there, talk to your baby. Your baby loves to hear the sound of your voice. It really soothes them. And that's another way you can build your connection with your baby. Just put them in front of you in your lap, or, you know, have them like this and just talk to them. Tell them, hi little baby, how are you? I'm here. I'm your dad. You're going to be the best of friends. Whatever you want. It doesn't have to be scripted. It could just honestly, naturally, you can talk to them about your day. You can talk to them about whatever you want. Tip number 3, feed the baby. I know in the beginning, most babies are breastfed. Okay, Sidra, but like how am I supposed to feed the baby? Like, I don't have the golden breast and the golden milk to give the baby. Yes, you don't have the breast milk, but you can borrow it from the mother. You can tell the mother to pump some breast milk out for you, and that way you can feed the baby. Once the breastfeeding is established in the beginning, the baby can easily drink from a little cup, or the baby can drink from a bottle. Doctors recommend the cup because you don't want to confuse the baby with the bottle and the breast in the beginning. So just, you know, get a small cup, and then later on, once the baby has established breastfeeding, you can feed the baby with the bottle. It is such an amazing experience to be able to feed the baby, and I personally don't believe it is limited only to the mother. I think dads should definitely get involved in there and feed the baby. And again, it's a way for you to connect with your baby. In my 10 tips for mom video, I suggested for mothers to, you know, pump some milk out and give it to the dad, so that way the mothers can catch up on some snooze. So this way, when you are feeding the baby, you're letting your partner get some extra sleep and rest, which is much needed in the beginning. Tip number 4, learn how to put the baby to sleep. For moms, it's really easy because baby can nurse to sleep. With you, it's a little bit tricky. So find ways on how you can get the baby to calm down with you. One of the ways is swaddling the baby, which is literally just wrapping the baby up like a little burrito. They look so adorable, and that really soothes them and calms them down. So you can learn how to swaddle the baby. I personally loved the Velcro one, and my husband would swaddle the baby really nice and snug in there. Like with me, she would always like creep her little hand out, but when my husband did it, she would always like, she was snug together, and it was really nice. So find techniques on how you can calm the baby. It can be swaddle, it can be rocking, it can be in your arms. Another thing that Samara, my daughter, loved was sleeping on his shoulder. Like there's just this little space between the shoulder and his arm, and she would just find a comfortable spot. She loved putting her head on there. When I try to put her on my shoulder like that, she wouldn't like calm down. She wouldn't like it. She wouldn't like sleeping with me. So that's one thing my husband like loved doing. So him and Samara had this special connection where Samara would sleep on him and she would just adjust her position right there. And so yeah, you can find your own thing, and you can find your own ways to, you know, calm the baby down and put the baby to sleep. And another plus point, it will be a huge help to the mother and the baby, and the mother can again get some rest while you do that. Another plus point is, again, you're making a connection and you're spending time with your baby, which is always a plus. Tip number 5 is teach the baby something that the baby only does with you. So my husband, he wanted to teach Samara how to do this. Like, this is what he would do. He would just put his hand on her mouth and just do this, and then Samara would do and she loved it. So this is a special thing that he wanted to teach his baby. Like, before he even had a baby, he wanted to teach this to Samara, and something that only he did with Samara. Like, I never did it, but it was like his little special connection with Samara, and he loved it and he enjoyed it. So it could be this, it could be something else, whatever it is, find something special that only you can do with the baby. Tip number 6 is be actively involved in baby care, which can include bathing, dressing the baby, diaper changes, or burping the baby. So don't be afraid to do this grunt work of bathing and dressing. These are not just activities that you have to do. This is, again, special moments and special times in the day that you can spend a one-on-one time with your daughter or son. Learn how to change the diaper. It is going to be a huge help for your wife or your partner. Learn it. The baby's gonna be pooping so much in the beginning, like 20-30 diapers in a day, and you're going to be going through them, and it's not fair for only one parent to be completely responsible for that. I personally don't believe that's fair. I think dads should take an active role in that as well. So dads out there, step up the game and get involved with taking care of the baby and changing the baby's diaper, and it honestly is really easy to do. And lastly, burping the baby. Like, whenever I would feed Samara, after she was done feeding, I would give her to my husband, because he was, mashallah, a burping expert. Like, he knew exactly how to get the burp out of her. It was perfect. So, like, as soon as the baby's done, he's like, come on, hand it over. And he would just take a huge pride in, like, burping the baby. Number 7, do things your own way. Do it alone. Do it without the presence of your wife or partner. Do it without someone looking over your shoulder. Guilty of looking over his shoulder when in the beginning, so my husband would try to help me with Samara, and she would cry, and he was in the process of calming her down, and I would just come running and I'd be like, give me my baby, what are you doing? Let me take care of the baby. And he would be like, I would treat him like he's some alien from another planet trying to help me. No, he is the dad, the parent. We talked about it, and like, I calmed down a lot, and I gave him a lot of chances to spend time with her alone, and if she's crying, I would let him calm her down. We actually came up with a system that if he wasn't able to calm her down, he would just shoot me a message, or he would just call me and be like, Sidra, come on over, I can't do this, you can try now. But until he lets me know that he needs my help, I do not come in rushing and trying to calm the baby down or taking the baby away from him. So I let him do his thing, I let him figure it out, I let him figure out how to calm Samara down all on his own. So that's my tip for all the dads out there. Don't be afraid to do things your own way, but do it alone. That way you will come up with like your own creative ways to soothe the baby, to calm the baby down, put the baby to sleep without your wife's presence. This way the baby can rely on the dad just as much as the mom. So it's not just the mom doing all the work, the dad can do it as well. If your wife doesn't let you do things your way, just calmly talk to her. Open communication is the key. Let her know that how you feel when she doesn't let you help out. The moms out there that are watching, let him do it, because dads are really creative on figuring out how to calm the baby and figuring out things related to the baby, and it will give you a break. And if you're a mom out there who can't handle it, just play white noise. Go to another room, play white noise so you don't hear the baby cry when he's trying to calm the baby down. And the dads out there, there's not just one way to do things. It's not just the mom's way. Even though it may feel like the mom's way is always the right way, you can figure out your own way. It's a trial and error, and sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't, but you know, just keep going, and eventually you will learn to read the baby's cues. And the more time you spend with the baby, the more things you try to figure out with the baby, the more you will be able to understand and comprehend your little one. Okay, so my next tip, number 8, is join a Facebook group. No, I'm not talking about the kind where you share your feelings, even though you can join that one as well, but the buying and selling parenting groups. As parent, we're gonna want to buy them the entire world, and as babies, naturally, they do not play with toys as much as you think they would. Buy them the entire world, but they will still end up playing with your diaper bag. So buy toys for your baby. Buy them used from other parents, because they go through these stages so quickly and they will spend very little time playing with them, so you don't have to break the bank. There are moms and dads out there in these groups that have bought these toys brand new, and sometimes they bought them used and they resell them. So toys are just circling between kids. Number 9 is to take extra care of your wife slash your partner slash the mother of your child, because in this moment she's going through such a huge transformation. She just gave birth, which is not easy to do. The way you can support her is be with her, be understanding of her mood swings, which are going to be a lot in the beginning. She's going to cry for no reason, she's going to snap at you for no reason. Just try to remain calm and just remember this is temporary, and she will get better and she will go back to her normal loving self. So but in the moment, just take extra care of her. Do the dishes, do chores for her, run errands for her. She's not emotionally and physically strong at this moment, so you be the clutch for her and you be her support. Don't ask if she needs anything, be a helping hand. Trust me, she will appreciate this so much, and she will never forget it. She will never forget how kind and compassionate and supporting you were with her during this time. I know as new parent, it's really hard to figure out what's going on with your wife. Like all of a sudden she's turned into this crazy diva that you don't even recognize, and she thinks she's doing everything right and she's just being crazy, and you're like about to go like scream. So if you do need to go scream, go outside, take a breather, go into your car, count till 20, do whatever you need to do. If you just need to escape away from all of that, go and escape for a little bit and then come back and be fresh and be ready to support your wife and your child. Some of the ways that my husband supported me in this time was I would be crying non-stop for no reason, and he would come over and just give me a hug, which meant the world to me. And he was like, it's okay, I'm here, we will get through this together. And my last tip is just remember this quote: days are long, but the years are short. So it may feel like it is taking forever for the baby to sleep or forever for the baby to calm down, and there's just so much going on, but just remember that days seem like they're really long and they're endless, but the years will fly by, and in no time your little newborn is going to be a toddler. And just keep your sanity, and just remember, you're doing a great job. You're a great father. I know this is new for you and this is a lot of information, but trust me, you're doing an amazing job. Just hang in there and things will definitely get easier for you. Okay guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video and benefited from it. I hope these tips were practical and useful. If they were, share it with other dads and other parents, and comment below and share with me some of the tips that you have that I might have missed, or some of the personal tips that you have for other dads to make their life a little bit easier at this stage. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, Jazakallah khair, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you tremendously for it. I release new videos every Thursday, so don't miss those out as well. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.
Bye bye. Bye bye.